does your team always have the ability to just step up and find that something in defense in the fourth quarter?
Well, you got to win games different ways. We want to be balanced on both sides of the ball, and so I thought our intensity picked up, and then we got some scoring off our defense as well. So, and that's playoff basketball, and you have to play for 48 minutes. We know we have to bring more intensity to the next game.
You joked yesterday that Brunson put on a cape.
No, someone mentioned that it was his shoes. That I had no idea if he changed his shoes or not. So it was sort of sarcasm. But
do you see like a mindset change with him sometimes when the team is struggling that he sometimes takes on that superhero?
Well, I don't know if it's that as much as that, and that's what I love about him is like he provides whatever the game needs. And so if it's more scoring, he'll do that. If it's playmaking, he can do that. If it's, taking a charge, a hustle play, he'll do that. He just, he's going to find ways to win, and that's what makes him who he is.
Your guys knew how dangerous Detroit was coming in, but do you think seeing 3/4 of them at their best or what they can do is just another reminder to your guys of?
Yeah,
is it going to be easy?
No, you can't get to the playoffs without being a good team. So they demonstrated that all year. We understand how good they are, and we have to be ready.
What does it say about Hart? He got in foul trouble early, he was quiet, and then by the fourth quarter, he's key layups, key shots.
Yeah, and that was the challenge. Both he and Mikhail got into early foul trouble, and so it sort of broke the rhythm of the game a little bit. But to have the resolve to find a way in the end to just get it done, that's what you have to do.
Have you ever seen a 21-0 run in the playoffs, Coach?
Well, I think you're seeing a lot of different things, particularly the way the scoring is now. The teams go on. I say this all the time that no lead is safe, and because of the ability for guys to shoot threes. And, if you're scoring, the pace of the game is fast. So there's more possessions, and that's why each possession is so important.
As you approach game 2, do you think you've broken their spirit at all, or do you expect here we go start all over?
No, well, that's the challenge of the playoffs. It's one game, and that's what it is. And then you got to get ready for the next. You have to reset, and you got to do it all over again. Then you have to have the right mindset. In this league, if you start feeling too good about yourself, that's when you get knocked down.
What did you see out of Miles Spence? He didn't score, but did he, kind of contribute in other ways?
Yeah, I thought the speed of the game really, that was important for us. And I liked when we had the 2 point guards on the floor together, and so we got to play off that. And when we get the defense going and we're playing fast, right, there's advantages to that.
And you like the way that Cat and Robinson worked together?
Yeah, I thought Mitch gave us really good minutes. I thought Cat had timely scores and big rebounds for us, but Cat was very good at the 4 as well. But Mitch's activity, the steal that he had on the flare, that was a huge hustle play for us.
What do you like how they look together?
Well, I thought they had really good minutes together. I thought, Mitch's rebounding. He had the big putback off Jalen's drive, and then he puts pressure on the rim. And when you put pressure on the rim, that pulls the low man in, and that opens up other opportunities for us. And there's really no stat for that other than if you don't pick him up, it's a dunk. And if you pick him up, there's an advantage that he's created for us.
It seemed like he enabled Cat to get more offensive-minded during that stretch and find his rhythm.
Yeah, Cat's going to always score. He's a very gifted scorer. He's a tough matchup. If you play small on him, he can post you up. If you play big on him, he can take you away from the basket. So, and he has a good understanding of what he's trying to get to. So I think that's a big plus for us.
We've all written and talked a lot about the Pistons, kind of be young and cocky and confident. I mean, I assume you're doing X's and O's stuff and not thinking about that aspect of them, but do you see that in them, that kind of youthful kind of attitude that maybe helps them, maybe doesn't, but do you see it?
Yeah, I just study them, and I know they're a good team. So we have to be ready for their personnel. We have to understand what they're trying to do, and then you have to compete.
I'm on the TV question for you, Tom. Game 2, what's the key for your ball club?
Just be ready to go. Just understand the intensity of each game. That it's the playoffs, so we have to be strong on both sides of the ball. We have to defend. We've got to rebound. We've got to take care of the ball. Got to be low turnover, and we got to share the ball and attack the rim.
Some of those early minutes for Shannon and Cam, obviously came at the big fourth quarter, but was that kind of the plan, or was that kind of a result of some of the early foul trouble?
Probably more foul trouble because of the size they had on the floor at that particular time.
Obviously, matching up to finding Beasley and Hardaway, those guys in transition. They're just knockdown shooters, so we got to limit their catch and shoots as best we can, and that's one big key. And I think just making sure we play a full 48 minutes. Obviously, knowing being down 8 after 3 quarters is tough, but just remember that, and it's a 48-minute game. We continue to fight all the way through, and just remaining focused and composed.
Detroit obviously likes to run a lot of that floppy action to get their shooters over. Just when teams run that action, what's the key to making sure that guys don't end up free for a 3 point?
Yeah, staying connected to bodies and just understanding angles and where they're going to, and most importantly, just communicating and staying connected.
Tibbs went with some 2-point guard lines with you and Miles at times. What did you like playing with them on the court?
Yeah, I mean, the things Deuce is able to do on both sides of the ball are fantastic, and I think we play very well off each other, and the chemistry we've gotten over the last couple of years has definitely helped. And so, I mean, if it's him or anyone else, I feel like when we're out there, we're going to have great chemistry, which I feel like this team does. And so, obviously, a lot of respect to Deuce and what he's able to do, but I think all of us have that effect on each other.
It doesn't take a basketball expert to see that OG is a really good defensive player, but what is it from someone who is a basketball expert that makes him so good?
One, I don't know if I'm a basketball expert.
Well, you know more than me.
I mean, I may do more than you. I don't know if I know more than you. I mean, obviously, the way he plays physically on the ball, it's great, and obviously he's one of the strongest guys in the league. The way he's able to use his body, and the way he plays defense, and obviously offensively as well. And I just think that he has a knack for it. Some people have a knack for doing a lot of things on the court, and that's just his knack. That's what comes natural to him. So I feel like he's always had that.
Do you think you've taken some of the fight out of this ball club, the way that the game ended and the domination you showed in the fourth? Approach game 2?
I think that was game 1. I think the way the game 1 ended, obviously ended in our favor. But I think they're going to be ready for game 2, and we're going to have to be ready for game 2, and we're going to have to reset. I mean, yesterday's yesterday. Happy we came away with a win, but tomorrow's a whole new day.
In terms of the fourth quarter, is there something that you relish about the last part of the game? Because it seems that you always play your best basketball down the stretch.
I just whatever it takes to win, and I don't really think about it that way. I just know that it's time where truly everything counts, truly everything matters, and so not really, just the last 12 minutes of the game.
How long from the beginning of the season or training camp did it take for you to adjust to Cam's shot selection? Because a lot of people, this might be the first time they're watching him play, and they see him get the ball, and he just shoots the first shot he gets, and then he goes in, so they might not be accustomed to that. But for you guys, when he comes in training camp and you start seeing him take these heat checks, like, how long did it take you to realize that's who he is, that's his game?
I mean, that's who he's been since I've seen him play, and I think the best thing that a player can have in whatever league, whatever level you're in, is confidence. There's a lot of people who can work out in the gym, do all this stuff when they're by themselves, do all this stuff in practice, but it takes a lot to do it in a game where people may ask that question that you just asked. But he has the most confidence in himself. We had the most confidence in him, and that, I think that's what helps us as a team. We give each other confidence, and I didn't have to adjust to it at all. I just know that's campaign, and he's going to bring energy regardless.
You've seen
Couple more guys.
You've seen some exciting moments at the Garden since you've been here. But what did that 21-0 run in a playoff game feel like as it's sort of happening around you? Just what was that? Just the vibe in the Garden from your guys' perspective.
Truly didn't realize it was 21-0 in the moment until after the game. It was pretty crazy. The Garden was definitely rocking. Another great moment, but we got to forget about it and focus on game 2.
But what was part of that 21-0 run was unselfishness, like everyone giving up to each other. Also defense, like those two elements just came together. If you're doing what you need to be doing, those things can happen, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I think that just shows of the type of team we can be when things like that happen. Now we just got to be locked in on both sides of the ball.
Is there such thing as playoff Mikhail? Does he get juice from being in this environment?
I can't hear you say. I guess say it one more time.
Is there such thing as playoff Mikhail? Like, does he get juice from being in the postseason? Have you seen him? How have you seen him in the playoffs?
I mean, I feel like he's been a part of teams where they've made deep runs, and so I don't believe in like the playoff person, like a playoff Kale, Jalen, or whoever. I don't believe in that. I just think that if you're the type of player that steps up when it matters most, then that's who you are. And so there's no such thing as a playoff whatever. It's a cool nickname, but it's not a real thing, at least in my eyes.
Is there a key
Last
for
one,
game
guys.
2 in your mind?
Say it again?
Is there a key for game 2 as you get ready for this next one?
Yeah. The biggest key is game 1's over. This is a new game, 0-0. You got to do it all over again. We got to fight for 48 minutes and then go from there.